Welcome to Swolefam. Even though we love the skirmish gameplay of Warcry and Kill Team, there's something to be said about fielding a big army. Hence why I started New to Old World. The mission is simple. Make a fun and efficient 1,000-point list from a specific faction while making it as easy as possible to acquire and enjoy to hobby on. The criteria is as follows. We avoid making lists with repeat models unless unavoidable. The emphasis will be on plastic models, but there will be a lot of resin and metal ones as well. It's the nature of the game. And on that note, we will use new and old versions of models for these lists, and they'll be noted in the videos as such. There's multiple versions of a lot of models out there, and it's kind of negligible at this point, but it's just good to know we'll be focusing on newer ones usually. So join me as we switch over to Riley and she goes over the Warriors of Chaos.
So why play Warriors of Chaos? There's something magical to be said about fielding hyper-elite dark fantasy knights clad in ensorcelled armor, making high-risk plays to juice out your characters while bumping some Slayer. If beefy tanky beaters with a powerful spellcasting backline is your vibe, then the Warriors of Chaos are undoubtedly for you. Flocks of Chaos Warriors will typically feel unmatched in contests of board control, while Chaos Knights can quickly and efficiently ride out to apply force in your opponent's weak points. Chaos Warhounds make for speedy, cheap harassment units, and Dragon Ogres are fun, goofy models, and deliver some quality, cheap stomp attacks. If you're wanting to paint some bigger models, why not pick up a Chaos Giant? And if you really want to go big, you can watch your opponent scowl in misery as you plop what is arguably the most powerful singular model in the game on the field, the Chaos Dragon. So if you're down with the Dark God, slap on your What Would Archeon Do bracelets and let's get to the buy list. The potentially quite elite nature of the Warriors of Chaos combined with the new battalion box makes this one of the most accessible armies in the game as of this video. Picking up this box nets you 16 Chaos Warrior Beefcakes, 10 speedy Chaos Knights, and 2 Gore Beast Chariots. By the fortune of the Dark Gods, these are all fantastic units to field, and our list is as follows. Full plate armor gives our warriors a baseline 4-up save, which we can then further improve by adding shields to make it a 3-up. Hand weapons may not always be the best, but ensorcelled weapons gives them magical attacks and AP-1. The Mark of Nurgle forces enemies in combat with you to re-roll natural hit rolls of 6 against you, and an extra 20 points for an Icon of Darkness forces any ranged attacks to think twice before pointing their guns and arrows in your direction. For your Chaos Knights, a few extra points nets you Lances for devastating attacks on the charge. Lances also fortunately don't stop you from bringing shields to the battlefield to match the 3-up save of your bulky Chaos Warriors on the front lines. The Mark of Khorne gives your Knights the Frenzy rule, granting them +1 to their attacks characteristic and immunity to fear, panic, and terror tests. What's the downside, you may ask? Your Knights have to charge whenever they're able to. Oh no, your scary nightmare-fueled death metal Knights have to constantly smash into your opponent? What a shame. Good thing you have a standard bearer and musician to hedge out combat tests and break ties. Not that you'll need to. Finally, we come to our general, the Exalted Champion on Gore Beast Chariot. For this tall glass of meat, we'll be equipping our general with a deadly halberd for inexpensive access to +1 strength, AP-1, and Armor Bane 1. With the speedy +1 initiative from the Mark of Slaanesh during a scrap's first round of combat, you'll nearly always be dealing the first blow. Worried about taking hits without a shield? Don't panic. Firstly, because your Mark of Slaanesh means you literally can't, but also because you've brought the Armor of the Damned. This suit of full plate armor forces your opponent to reroll all successful hits against you, and the additional Favor of the Gods upgrade means once per battle you can reroll any less than lucky results on the Gaze of the Gods table. So that's it. The Warriors of Chaos are a deep model line, giving plenty of room to explore further. Maybe you'd enjoy some Conan action with the Marauder models, or perhaps you'd like to lean even further into the elite side with chosen versions of the Warriors and Knights you see here. This will be an easy jumping off point for the Chaos curious among you. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please drop us a like and a comment. It takes just a couple seconds and it would really help us out. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay swole.